So I know I recently talked about the offensive pieces that the Raiders have picked up in free agency, as well as trading away Darren Waller, which you can see a lot of people are not really happy about that, and you see a lot of stars out there as well. Guys like Boogie Cousin has voiced their frustrations on Twitter saying, Raiders, what are we doing? Not only him, but Will Compton, who yesterday just said that the Raiders were going to win in the AFC West, took back what he said and posted this on Twitter saying, I'm taking back what I said about the Raiders winning the AFC West until further notice. Do not reach out to me for comment. And the list goes on and on and on, but we're not going to harp on that too much because I want to talk about the defense pieces that the Raiders have brought in to the team. Now, the first guy I'm going to talk about is linebacker Robert Spillane. Dolph Clayman tweeted out earlier today that the Raiders are signing former Steelers linebacker Robert Spillane to a 2-year, $9 million deal with $4 million guaranteed. Now, Spillane has been in the NFL for 5 seasons, playing for the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Throughout his career, he's played in 52 games, only starting in 16, racking up 191 total tackles, 8 pass deflections, 1 fumble recovery, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Now, I understand that Spillane ain't really a big name out there. He ain't really going to move the needle for us at the linebacker position, but he is a solid player that does provide some depth at a position of need. And looking at some of his tape, you can definitely see that Spillane is a great defender against the run. But when it comes to the pass game and coverage, it's not too good for him, man. Last season, Spillane was targeted 50 times, allowing 42 catches for 491 yards and 3 touchdown passes, according to PFF. Opposing NFL quarterbacks had a whopping 127.6 passer rating when targeting him in coverage, but the Steelers kept on trotting him out there anyways. Now, that's not something that you really want to see out there, but it is what it is. Moving on to some other defensive players that the Raiders have brought in, shoring up the defense, especially in the secondary, signing first former Eagles safety Marcus Epps. The Raiders ended up signing Epps to a 2-year deal worth up to $12 million. Now, this was a huge move for the Raiders because obviously you guys know that we definitely needed a lot of help in the secondary, and we got a guy that could come in and play. Now, as much as some of the Raider fans do love this move, PFF loved this move by the Raiders as well, giving them an A- grade, and this is what they had to say. Epps is a great fit opposite 2021 second-round pick Trayvon Merrick, a rangy ball-hawking type, whereas Epps excels making plays in the run game and down in the box. Last season, Epps earned an 81 PFF run defensive grade, the 11th best among all safeties. The value here is right in line with our projection, and it is solid for the second-tier safety who has shown growth over the last 2 seasons with room for more. I actually like this move a lot for the Raiders. You bring in a guy that definitely plays in the box at a high level, and last year he had a solid season with the Eagles. Now, I understand that he's not an elite perfect safety that a lot of Raider fans would hope for him to be, especially like a Jordan Poyer who's still probably out there right now, but he does do all the little things right. And I've seen a lot of clips going around of him in the Super Bowl going one-on-one with Travis Kelce and getting burnt out there. But then again, who doesn't get burnt by Travis Kelce? We've seen our fair shares of secondary players, DBs, going one-on-one with Travis Kelce and getting got. So I'm not too worried about that. But this move does not mean that the Raiders are out on getting a big-time safety in free agency. We just got to look out in these next coming days to see what the Raiders will do. Now, another player that the Raiders went out and got was a familiar face in the Raider Nation, and that was Brandon Facyson. The Raiders signed him to a 1-year contract. Now, Facyson, 28 years old, appeared in 16 games for the Colts and starting in 6 last season. He recorded 29 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 8 pass breakups. He allowed 29 receptions for 326 yards and a QBR of 90.4. Again, this move is not a needle mover for the Raiders in the secondary, but it definitely provides some solid depth. Now, in some other news, the Raiders just announced that they have re-signed safety Roderic Teamer. He definitely was a core member of the special teams unit, and I feel like this is just another solid depth move for the Raiders moving forward. It's good to see that they at least brought somebody back to the silver and black. So with all that said, Raider Nation, what are your thoughts on all the moves that the Raiders have made so far? And who is the player that you want the Raiders to go out and target in free agency? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Until more news come out, this is your boy Samoa Raider, and your boy is
Started off in Oakland, now we here. Thought that we was done, we just hit another gear. Look, started off in Oakland, now we here. Hey, pull up with the nation in the silver black gear. Look, 4 games straight, we in the playoff. Shout out to the Chargers fans, y'all enjoy the layoff.